right. We are here now. We are here now. Huh? We are here now. Aguna guruti nyuma. Aguna guruti nyuma. Allah. That one is right there in the right spot. Allah. How about that? How about that? And we give this one more room. There we go. There we go. Take this away. Probably put it here. And welcome the 3 people that have showed up and the 2 of them that have liked this stream. Then we get started. Sidio. Ama. Kwenodoge. We are here, bro. What is going on here? What is I supposed to do? Hey, what is my next move? What am I supposed to do? I am missing something. What is I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Ah, man, it's good to be alive. It is such a beautiful life, bro. It is such a beautiful life. I'll tell you that much. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for everybody that has liked the stream. This is a beautiful day. You know, I just realized that the game is playing at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is 2 p.m. It is 11:46. So 12, 1, 2. I have 2 hours and some minutes before the game starts. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Warodi Cup schedule today. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Today is Saturday the 9th. There is one game. France versus Morocco. Actually, it is 3 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Eastern, which is 3 p.m. here. So there is plenty of time, except I have to be somewhere. So we have a good chunk of time together. We will have fun. Now, let me check my own internal schedule and figure out, almost 3 p.m. So I can stay here until 2:30. It is 11:45. We have a lot of time. We can talk a lot of things. Let me make sure that everything is in order on the other side of the planet. 1061. 14 is what? 2 o'clock. 14 is 2 o'clock. Ooh, okay. I'll be here until 2 o'clock. That's still plenty of time. Still plenty of time. And this is how I do my schedule. I'm just making my whole afternoon. A. There we go. We are here. Trevor Noah, do you have a story to tell us? Just bear with me, guys. I need to make sure all the doors are on the roll. All the doors are on the roll. All the ducks are on the roll, so that nothing goes haywire when I'm not watching. There we have it. 227 probably is going to improve. I'll keep checking. And here we are. Now you have my full attention. What were you people saying? What were you people saying? There we go. All right. Somebody has sent me some money. How much was it? $783.32. Okay. What did I do for this? Ishone besha shigeruta modo Kenya. Aya, thank you. Why are we here, guys? Tell me, why are we here? I'm still waking up. I need my coffee. I've made some 9-kilometer walk. Not that I'm sleepy. I have made 9 kilometers of walking today. There it is. 8.59 kilometers. 1 hour 42 minutes. 5 kilometers an hour. This morning. Mimi mwenye unaniona hapa. Mimi, the one you are seeing here. Nganga Capital. High IQ. Funny how I was watching saved downloads. You know it. You know it. Always good to be here. Salutations, Senior. Moteru Jr. Thank you so much. And Duke of Kiev. Have you sent me coffee, or what are you saying about coffee? Have you sent me coffee? Sijaoja coffee. Coffee iko hapa. Goja coffee ishike, mtajua ni mimi. You will know it is me. That was Duke of Kiev. Trevor Noah Cars. When it comes to content that you don't own or create, how do you go about it? Especially on XIG and Facebook. In which context? The content that you don't own or create. I know for sure, I don't know what question you're asking, but I know for sure X is not paying you for non-organic content. X is not paying you for non-organic content. If you are quoting other people's content, if you're getting content from IG or TikTok and posting it there, if you are quoting other people's content or reposting other people's video, you are not getting any money. They want to hear and see your little brain working. But what was your question? High on caffeine. Oh, bado. Iko hapa. The caffeine is here. It is cool enough. It is very hot. It is very hot. Keep it real, IQ. That's the only thing I know what to do. Mr. James Rich, it's the only thing I know what to do. Why is Kikuyu women are the most single mothers? Because the men are weak. Kikuyu men are weak. Weak. The most bloody fucking males on planet Earth. Kikuyu men. You don't know what to do with that statement because I am a Kikuyu. You know it's true, but you're looking to project. But no, you cannot call me anything. I am the quintessential Kikuyu. The weakness of the Kikuyu man. Disgusting. Disgusting. If you want us to talk about that, let me know. But disgusting. Hey, welcome music. Bro, I cannot think. I knew there was something I wanted to do. There is a song. Last night, I went for a walk. I went for a walk at 8 p.m. after the sun came down. Today, I went for a walk at 7:30 when the sun was still 79 degrees, 82 degrees. So I was listening to one of my songs I made, and I was like, I've never played that song on YouTube Live. They need to hear that song. Let me see if I can find what song that was. This one is so much of pop culture. You people cannot understand it. This is for people. Girl. This is for people on TikTok. There was this girl who was in a girlfriend's house in bed to do homework. And then she saw a text message coming from a woman who was saying she is 5 minutes away. And it was in that moment that she realized that this guy has a real girlfriend and she is not the girlfriend. Deja, help me. She said she will be home in 5 minutes, but you people don't know that one. That is a TikTok thing. But this is how sweet that thing is.
Why are you in the closet? Deja! Girl, I'm in this man's closet. Why are you in the closet? I thought y'all was studying. That's what he told me. Studying what? How to lie.
I just saw a text on his phone.
What did it Is he trying to hide you? He pushed me in.
Talking of weak men, watch this.
A man's agency is not to produce respect.
A man's agency is not to perform for admiration.
A man's agency is not to beg for desire.
His real agency is to choose a woman who gives him these things freely.
And to walk away from one who refuses.
Yet look at the weak married man.
He stays.
He shrinks.
He becomes the only fan.
377 million users, 89% of them married men.
Spending $7.2 billion. The wife at home uses her agency to deny him.
The OnlyFans woman uses her agency to sell him.
What his wife refuses to
Give for free. The OnlyFans woman is the same woman with a different attitude.
He won't demand respect in his own house.
But he'll pay a stranger to pretend she wants him.
The weak married man
is the fan in OnlyFans. The OnlyFans.
A man's agency ain't to earn respect.
A man's agency
Ain't to seek effect.
a man's agency.
Ain't to beg desire.
His real call is to find a woman with that fire.
Who gives it freely, that's his true requirement.
And walk away from one who brings denial and resentment.
But look at the weak married man.
See his shrinking, see his plan.
He becomes the only fan.
377 million users, 89% are married pursuers, spending 7.2 billion in the night for temporary transactional life. He won't demand respect in his own house,
But pays a stranger.
to pretend she wants him now.
The weak married man
Is the fan and only fans. The only fan.
The wife at home uses her choice to deny
That's the
The only
weakness.
fans woman uses her
married man.
choice to supply.
what his wife refuses to give for free.
The same woman with a different mentality,
He stays in the shadows, he pays for the lie.
while his own self-respect slowly says goodbye.
So look at the weak,
Married man,
see his shrinking.
see his plan.
He becomes the only
fan. 377 million users, 89% are married pursuers, spending 7.2 billion in the night for a temporary transactional light. He won't demand respect in his own house,
but pays a stranger.
to pretend she wants him now.
The weak
Married man is the fan and only fans. The only fan. 377 years, 89% are married pursuers, spending 7.2 billion in the night for a temporary trans.
I found the song. She took the man for granted. The man persevered for the longest time. And then something clicked in him. Then he looked at himself in the mirror one time and he realized he was still a man. So he's checked out. He checked out. He woke up one night when the woman was asleep, and he left with just the clothes on his back, and he has never returned. She is telling us the story.
I woke up this morning, your side of the bed was cold. Yeah, I woke up this morning, your side of the bed was cold. Reached out in the silence, no strong arms for me to hold.
He checked out.
Used to hear your footsteps echoing down the hall. I used to hear you laughing, echoing down the hall. Now the silence haunts me, won't say nothing back at all. My love, don't you hear me call your name? Hey baby, don't you hear me call your name? I got a heart full of love,
No, you don't.
but it ain't got no place to lay. Your picture on the dresser, watching every move I make. Oh, your picture on the dresser, darling. Every tear I try to shake, I talk to it like you're here. Lord, how much can one heart break? Oh, my love, don't you hear me call your name? Ooh, baby, don't you hear me call your name? I've got a heart full of love, but it ain't got no place to lay. The nights feel longer now. Every shadow reminds me of how you used to pull me close, make the world slow down. Where did you go, baby? My love, baby, don't leave me in this lonely end. I'm still here, talking to your picture again.
Respect, honor, obey, submit, follow. Respect, honor, obey, submit, follow. That's what he needs from you. You have no ability to love no man. You have no ability to love no man. Honor him, respect him, obey him, submit to him, and follow his direction. That's it. This there is so much love in my heart, but nowhere to give. Lies. A woman has no love to give no man. A woman barely has any love to give children. A woman loves herself. Herself. You called me? Hello? Come on, answer. Let me destroy your day, please. Answer me. Let me destroy your day. Come on. Come on. Respond to me. Let me put in your place. Let me give you a reason to go kill yourself. A woman has no love to give to no man. One more time. A woman has no love to give no man. You respect the man. You obey the man. You submit to the man. You honor the man. And you follow the man's direction. No love required. In today's society, the woman is telling the man, I love you, honey. And then she go cheats on him because she does not honor him. I love you, honey. And then she upaids him in decision making because she does not follow his direction. I love you, honey, but she cannot obey the man. I love you, honey, but she cannot submit to the man. So what is your love good for? What is your love good for? When you cannot obey me, when you cannot follow my direction, when you cannot submit to me, when you cannot honor me. What is your love good for? I don't want your love. I don't want your love. You have no love to give to anybody. It's when you cannot obey, it's when you cannot honor, when you cannot submit, when you cannot respect, when you cannot follow my direction. That's when you substitute all these for fake love. A pantaka. A woman only loves her interest, period. When a woman is telling you that they love you, it's because they don't want to offer the agencies that are naturally offered by the woman. Love, respect, follow, obey, submit. Fuck you. Take that to yourself. A pantaka. A pantaka. What was the question? Oh yeah, it was from the song. Your side of the bed was cold. These things come to my mind when I'm walking and I'm thinking about scenarios. And I'm like, I can turn that one into a song. I can turn that one into a song. And I know exactly the words to put in there to make it sound like there is a woman who is really, really done with this. Listen to the beginning of this.
I'm done. I've been here before, but not this time. No more. I'm not doing this again. No, baby, no how. Chasing your shadows while my heart breaks down.
This one is a single mother. She has a daughter, and she's in a relationship with this guy. And the love is not loving. because she's there for the wrong reasons. She's there for the wrong intentions. She is a homeless dog that is looking for shelter, that is looking for somewhere to stay with her daughter. So at some point, the guy checks out. But women, because they are not accountable. I mean, we have seen those scenarios. They give them to us in haha videos on YouTube, on TikTok. A woman wakes up in the morning and makes breakfast for her child, who is not the child of the husband in the house where they are staying. This homeless dog and her little ancient kid have been sheltered by a man in his house. She wakes up in the morning, prepares breakfast. Somebody tell me they have not seen that video on TikTok. It's an African woman with a black kid in Europe, married to a white guy. And at some point, they mare the pembe. They forget they were homeless dogs not too long ago. And this ancient nigger put them in his good house. She wakes up in the morning, prepares breakfast for the ancient kid. The guy wakes up from having come from a night shift, wakes up and says, "Can you give me that with coffee?" And the woman is telling him, "That is for my child. If you want breakfast, you can prepare one for yourself." That's where this song comes from. But now it's coming from this woman from the point of view of she cannot be accountable. She cannot see anything wrong with anything she is doing. So she packaged herself as a victim of the situation. But the guy checked out. When Kenodia woke up, Kenodia checked out.
I'm done. I've been here before.
It's not her first rodeo. Homeless
Not this
dog.
time. No more. I'm not doing this again. No, baby, no how. Chasing your shadows while my heart breaks down. I've cried too many rivers. I'm done being drowned. I'm not doing this again. I'm standing my ground. I'm not doing this again. Hear me when I say too much back and forth, too many games you play. I'm cutting these chains. I'm walking away. I'm not doing this again. Not today. You swore it was different. Said this time it's real. But I saw the same lies behind that same smile. Promised me forever, then left me standing still. Dry riverbed loving, and I've had my fill. From late night tears to silent prayers on my knees. I carried us both while you did as you please. But the Most High woke me, said, "Daughter, you're free." I'm done watering poison. I'm choosing me. I'm not doing this again. No, baby, no how. Hey, back and forth. I'm done. Oh.
Never entangle yourself with a desperate woman. Bro, you are not a therapist. Never entangle yourself with a desperate woman.
False love, I'm through. I'm moving forward. Yes. You had me quiet, quitting, biting my tongue in pain. Smiling for the world while dying inside every day. But my spirit is stronger than the hurt you bring. I'm done with the circle, done with the same old thing. My baby's watching me, I gotta show them right. How a real woman stands when she's had enough fight. No more triangles, no more sleepless nights. I'm breaking this cycle under heaven's line. No more lies.
If you listen to her side of the story, you would never know that there is any possibility of she is the one on the wrong until you listen to the guy. And more importantly, until you listen to the things she is saying. Homeless dog, sheltered by an innocent guy with her ancient kid that is not the child of this guy. And she still cannot obey, submit, honor, respect, and follow the direction of the man. At some point, she forgets and she mares Pembe. And all of a sudden, she's an empowered modern woman. She's going to go there and pursue her purpose and her dreams and build her own territory or whatever these shit black women say they are going to build. You're building nothing. There is a woman here. Her name is Kili 665. Wallahi, I did everything respectively, but he stole everything from me. Let us be fair in this world. Not every woman is bad. Not every woman is bad, but you attached yourself with the wrong woman. All of a sudden, you see, this is the issue I'm talking about. Women cannot be accountable. 4 billion men on this planet, and you chose the wrong one. Miss Kili. 4 billion men. And you just closed your eyes and say, dabra, kadabra, 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 dabra, kadabra, kadabra, kadabra. That one. Ah, Kenovia. Henya do akwanyu. Henya ado akwanyu. Henya ado akwanyu. I told you how I itashika. All right, why are we here? Why are we truly here? What? Man. When you react or give opinion over video, I'll show you, Trevor Noah. I think I am understanding what you're saying. I'll show you what TikTok, what YouTube, what X will pay you for. Totally different. It's a new phenomenon that is on TikTok. Forget about TikTok. The whole time this conversation is about X. Follow me slowly. There is a new thing that X came up with. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, that's a beautiful black girl. Holy fuck. I see a lot of them when I'm not looking for them, and now I can't find any. That one has music. It's gonna mess up my stuff. I'll show you. It will come. There is a guy. I don't follow them, but I see their stuff all the time. Let me see. I'll give you a very good example. This is
kuja Nairobi daily. Alikuwa anataka kunipa 300k. Na mimi nimwambia mimi kama ni a physical job, I promise you. Hata naweza fanya from home for 200k, but kama ni a physical job, I promise you siwezi kuja for less than a minute.
All right. So this is a random video. We have no idea what they are saying. It does not matter. Okay? You come to this button here. This one. I cannot do it from this side, but you know what I'm saying. This button here. And now it gives you an option to react to the video. The first option is post the video. If you do it, it's not your product, so X is not going to pay you for it. But if you react to the video, I touch react. Now it opens the camera. And the moment I touch record, you will notice it look exactly like the videos on TikTok, where people react on a video that is Holocaust over there on top of the video, like this. Now, well, It has to see my face to bring it. But here is the idea. I took a screenshot of it. Now it looks like that. Now, well, it has to see my face to bring it. But here is you see that? So now I am reacting to this video in real time. If I do this and I click post, now that becomes my product. That becomes my content. I am going to get paid for that. And because it is a new product on X, they are promoting it. They are going to push that content to a lot of people. So we are going to get a lot of impressions because of using that new thing they are testing. They are trying to beat the same thing that you can do on TikTok, which is somebody from Ethiopia keeps calling me over and over and over. I have no idea who these people are. Which is this one? I did one just today when I was doing a walk. This one here. You are so used to the blame game that you are instantaneous react. I am reacting directly to a text, a comment. This one gets promoted so much. If you watch the one I did the day before yesterday, it has.
How do you feel?
It has 34,000 impressions on TikTok. This one, I just did it less than an hour ago. I just came from a walk. It has 1,100 impressions. But there is another one, the actual one, like the one that you copy now on X. The original one is this. The original concept is this one. I know I have one of those. And they do very well on TikTok also. Why can't I find one quick? This one. Exactly this product. This one right here, the one that is playing. That one. You hear it? My song, this one, in Swahili, 50% of it is a translation of the entire song that is playing in French, in Lingala. This song right here, Baba Uko Wapi, half of it is a direct translation of this song that is playing right now. It's now ready on Spotify, Apple Music. They stole this product from TikTok. They are now trying it on X. This reaction on TikTok is direct copy of what we just demonstrated you can do on X. If you do that on X, reacting to somebody else's content, that one now becomes your content. That one, you get paid for it. And because it's a new product, they are trying to ape TikTok. They are going to push it to a lot of people. The guy I watch, I can't find him here. He has nothing but reactions on X. And his impressions are very good. That one, yes, you're going to get paid. Requoting and reposting other people's stuff, no paying. I hope that is the question you're asking. It's a bad state of the affairs if a boomer is the one who has to explain content creation to By the way, did anybody else get as surprised as I was at how much Elon Musk paid this pay period? I've never been paid that kind of money, ever. And I've been monetized for a very long time. A lot. Like person has a talk or block. What is happening there? All right. Where are we now? You helped me, bro. I was suffering. That is Joshua Mutunga. Sijawahi ona mpesa yako? Ama nishawaiona? So yeah, this little girl here called Kili, give us your real story. Give us your real story. What is it you did not do that womanhood cannot allow you to be accountable for? That is where the story is. All right. Where are we now? Made at keen, yo IQ, you light up a flame in me. I literally like it. That's what my other girlfriend said. Who are you? Who are you? That girl said every time she thinks about it, she lights up in the right places. Are you her? Is her you? Oh, this is a dome. You have some very good subscribers, 3,290 subscribers. You're doing very well, mister. You're just choosing the wrong content. Unsolicited advice. Religion is very personal. Stop pushing religion to strangers. Stop pushing religion to strangers. Nobody is interested. Your best video is the one about the African beauty. Why didn't you learn from that one? You came from religious nonsense. You did very well with African beauty, and then you went straight. The next video was Jesus is the way. The most funniest pastor in East Africa. Why? Why can't you learn? Bishop Joshua Maponga, why Africa is poor. Religion is very personal, especially your generation. I'm guessing you are a Gen Z. They have tuned out of religion. Why can't you learn from this good video of a woman? I think she's a teacher in a, no, she's not a classroom, whatever this place is. Why didn't you learn from that and capitalize on that? I mean, you put several videos on there, it gives you the analytics of what people want to watch from you. Stick with that. People want to see that nicely well-shaped, feminine, malleable black woman's body. Stick with that. There is nothing wrong with it. You have the most impressions there. Then you went back to the nonsense about African Christian religion. Neke kiuru nawe. Joshua Matunga. Matunga is what? Mijikenda name? Or is it Western Kenya? Matunga. Oh, this is Mutunga. This is Kamba. Okay. All right. I hope that helps. This is Duke of Kiev. I have been in this private-owned organization, and for the last 3 months, the director made his wife the manager of the organization, and things pitched south. I did my exit early this week. This begs the question, and now you come to the question: can women lead, especially if the majority of employees are men? What is the intention? What is the intention? What energy are they bringing? I did that conversation with the professor Ogato in one of our either his podcast or my podcast. My podcast is available to people like you who are subscribed to my channel, the entire 2 hours of it, or one of the other Q&A that we did of me, with me. And I said, when things are divided 50-50, responsibilities, let's move away from the question. 50-50. They are not sharing 50-50. So the 100 is not staying 100. Once it's shared 50-50, it's no longer 100, it's 50. Because the intention was not to share. The intention now becomes to divide. And once it's divided, it is halved into 250s. The inefficiency of it. It is reduced to a 50, it slowed down to the half the speed, half the efficiency, half the effect. Now we go back to your question and ask, why is the woman coming there? Is she coming to supplement the energy of the man, or is she coming to take over the energy of the man? I hope you have seen that podcast, because I can't remember which one it is. I started by giving the example of how we admire boobs in a woman, but we cannot admire them too much to want them to ourselves. They are no longer admirable. That's how I give that example. Then I went to the issue of sharing 50-50 and dividing 50-50. When a woman is coming to a man's space, is she coming to supplement, or is she coming to compete? Is she complementing or competing? Oftentimes, when you see a woman shining from the shadows to the limelight, because she wants to take the glory of the man. You are lucky you exited at the right time. I hope you got enough networking and connections for you to thrive on your own. Hello? Come on. Waiting for this person to answer. I need to destroy somebody's day today. I feel it in my guts. The problem is they spoof other people's phone number. If I call back, it's going to go to the real person. That's why they are hanging up real quick. I have nothing better to do than destroy people's lives. I know. I package the insult myself. Now you have nothing to say. You see how that works? She's coming to steal the shine of the man. She has emasculated him so much at home, she no longer respects him, obey him, submit to him, honor him, or follow his direction. Now she wants to take that energy away from him in front of the men at work. She wants to show them that this one here, I have dominated at home. There is a video. Corporate Kenya. Trevor Noah shine with this one. The video with the title Corporate Kenya. I'm wearing a suit. A blue suit. I'm having a conversation with a guy who is eventually got an opening to go to Australia and left the toxic relationship and environment in corporate Kenya. But he is giving me the dynamics of the workings at his job in corporate Kenya. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This one. Toxic corporate culture in Kenya.
And let me rewind the tape. He brings his own frustration from his wife, from his home, from his own dysfunctional family. He brings them to work, and the person who suits him is the young woman assistant. She herself comes with her own baggages from her own relationship, whatever they are. But she knows better not to dump those on the boss, because the boss depends on her taking the role of the soothing wife that is absent and is the source of the frustration. So for her to be able to perform those duties at work, she has to offload her own baggages on you, so they don't sit to the boss where the symbiotic relationship is.
Yes.
Whoa.
And then there's a trend that you will also see that is emerging.
Yeah.
Whereby now, for example, this is what now I started when I was dating. That's why I said that you have to fight very hard not to take their gallery.
Yeah.
Becoming bitter, becoming resentful, and hating them, and also all becoming like them and joining them, because you find that now when these women now, they take center stage into the matrix of the corporate environment, they will advocate deliberately for more women to be brought into the corporate world. That's why you see advertisements, people with disabilities.
If you want to see the full conversation, it's episode 14, Uno Cuatro. Episode 14, Corporate Office Chauvinism. The full text is ASKIQ episode 14, Corporate Office Chauvinism, the destruction of the young, ambitious, and focused male. You are lucky you exited, mister. That's the full episode right there. Episode 14. Go watch it. I'm looking at myself there. And I don't know. Let's go back there. One moment. Allow me. Corporate. That was 1 year ago.
That young man down there.
Exactly.
Because for them, their minds have been shifted.
You see how I look?
And they have been
1 year ago.
Quote unquote.
Yes.
So that they serve the interest of the weak.
You guys have no idea how much I have worked on myself to look like this. Do you want to see an example? Do you want to see how I looked like a year ago? Say Mangwe, I will show you right now. Duke of Kiev, that. Stay away from that toxic relationship. Leave them to their devices. Let them destroy each other. Leave them to their devices. And the other Kev, the Israeli guy, is now on his 5th month as a member of this channel. Thank you so much. Kiev Senior, I think. He is in Tel Aviv. Thank you so much. Malik Jack is a 1 whole year member. Greetings from the Alps. That is in France. If you want to see the best views from the sky, the Alps. Every time I'm flying, whether it's British Airways or KLM, they fly through there. In December, when I was coming to Kenya, the people who work on the plane, what are they called? Not hostess, it was a male. He came to my little cube and opened and woke me up and said, "You want to see this one? You want to see this one? We are flying over the Alps. I think we're in Austria or something." And you look through the window, my goodness, it's the best views. The Alps are so beautiful, and I have been watching them for the longest time. I remember 2017, I went to Kenya in December, and I have a video of it from 2017. You can see the indentions of the little houses all rained and covered in snow. And you can see the little spaces where the heat from the chimneys have melted just a tiny bit of the snow, but everything else look like a little patches of snow. The Alps are very beautiful from the sky. I hope to get an opportunity to go there one time. Now my children are grown. Nobody wants to travel with me anymore. I need a girlfriend. Is there a girl there that wants to travel? Do you have a passport? Do you have a traveling bag? There is a mbaba for you. One moment, guys. One moment. Give me one moment. There is a very nice photo of me standing in front of an airplane, wearing brown shoes with white soles, and I'm wearing this shirt. You are going to notice it because of this Reebok thing. I want to show you how it looks on me now. I will start right there. I have no idea what happened. It made a lot of sense a year ago. This is it right now. The same shirt. The pants, if I was to wear the pants, they would be here. The same shirt. Are we together? September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 9 months. I thought you might want to know. What was the question? This guy right here a year ago.
When they go home, they subject to their wives.
I got it.
They have to compensate.
All right, the Alps. Switzerland. Switzerland. Oh, Malik Jack, I know who you are. I know who you are. Malik Jack is, you're the guy who showed us some big machines you are working on the other day. What is your other name? Jackson in Switzerland. You have a, I don't know if it's a Kalenjin name. Starts with a SI. Are you a Kalenjin? Yeah, I remember you now. You have been with us that long. You have a whole year of membership on this thing. Whoa, that's some dedication. Thank you so much, Miss Sweden. Nahasha anasema kahawa imeshika kama skinny jeans. I warned you. I warned you. The guy is saying the environment there when the woman came was so feminine. You don't want to be caught up in that mess. Trust me. I worked in places where the supervisor was a woman. The administrator was a woman. The director of nursing was a woman. And one of those women was gay. Where? I know those environments very well. There is no room for a man's energy in that environment. As much as my intentions were right, you cannot thrive in that environment. You have made me to go back very far away. This was 20 years ago, before my son was born. 21 years ago. I worked in this nursing home where my supervisor, the RN, was a woman. The director of nursing was a woman. The administrator was a woman. And it's a borderline rural Texas. They have not seen many of this. Hey. No. Come, this is Wilmot Kilanga. Come to Switzerland. You will enjoy the Alps. They are the best. I wanted to come there 2 years ago. Well, not 2 years ago. Maybe a year ago. I wanted to come there with my son. And then my son did a special test. And he tested out to qualify to cut short her training and to start early. He beat the system. So the time that we wanted to come, he was now ready to start college because he tested out to start early and to shorten the program's time because he already had some previous training with an internship program in high school. So he sat this test and he passed, and that gave him a head start. So we postponed it probably for later. I don't know when we're going to do it, but I have always wanted to go to Switzerland. Switzerland and Japan, those are on my bucket list. Anywhere but North Korea and Allahu Akbar countries. I have no interest in Allahu Akbar countries, including the African Allahu Akbar countries. I have no interest in them. But Switzerland, I will go one time. Probably I will do it with a girlfriend. Maybe a girl who is afraid, not in the same sentence. When I make it, I'll let you know. 54 watching, 32 likes, which translates to 22 monitoring spirits. Allah. Umenotice? Ebu waambie na sauti yako safi, because mimi nikiwaambia watakasirika. Mimi sina sauti tamu, ndio maana hawaja subscribe. Wako hapo wakigoja nikuwe mtamu ndio wa hit subscribe. Sijakuwa mtamu ya kutocha. We are not going to subscribe. We are going to show up here every day. We are going to put notifications. But you don't qualify for our subscription. You are not sweet enough, George. Sasa hata wenye walikuwa wamesubscribe jana wameanza kuunsubscribe. Hiki kimutu kinaogeaga aje? Tumekinyang'anya hiyo pesa ya subscribe. Unakuwa na pesa ya subscribe, by the way. You know, I got paid a lot of money by X from my subscribers. I was like, haya. Munalipaka hawo. People have gone to my X, Twitter, and they are subscribers. They pay to belong to my content. It's the greatest phenomenon I've ever seen. I mean, the one on here, I understand. But that one is another level of support. So beside this big dump of money that they did the other day on regular X monetization, they came in 2 days later and they say, and this one here is for the people who have subscribed to your channel. I was like, are you people serious? Thank you so much, the people who have subscribed to my X. A lot of money. I love it. I love it. And now I have to sit here and speak sweetly to people to hit subscribe. That is not going to take anything away from them. Subscribe is not membership, but is that's an sentence. That is why we are not subscribing. It is too much to subscribe. Somehow, somewhere, money will leave your bank if you hit subscribe, and we don't want that to happen. Success is the person. Keep winning big. Oh, bro, I know nothing else but winning. 6 men in the house watching. Karibu sana. This is Saintorina. Wasalimie sana. Wasalimie sana. Waambie wasikue kenovia in their life. Waambie if they can listen to me and go back to be Kenovias, then they would have failed me and the ancestors that made it possible for me to be here. Tell them they don't want that to happen. So they should never be Kenovias. There's something I wrote on X yesterday. Very provocative. Well, what else do I do other than provoking people? This one here. This one here. Read it for yourself. Are you reading? Do you love yourself? Do you truly, truly love yourself? Then why do you always find an excuse as to why you are not doing better for yourself? You seem to be going the extra mile for your favorite politician, your favorite sports team, your favorite friends, your pastor, but then choose the worst for yourself. You stay in toxic relationships so as to protect the interest of others and inadvertently neglect your own. You put bad things in your body. You put bad things in your mouth, and you put bad things on your skin. What is that about? It's the only post I never needed to block anybody for commenting stupid stuff. Even the Dwazis stayed away from it. They did not know what to do with that information. There was nothing to say because that was a literal mirror in your face. This is how many people I have blocked on X. 3,566. Why, you ask? Why, you ask? Read the very top sentence on my profile. I block the useless, the idiot, the unlucky, and the unhappy. I am not here to entertain you. I am not here to tolerate you. I'm not here to listen to your negativity and your pettiness and your childishness. Somebody noticed that I blocked some stupid person here who had brought mama's energy here. I don't need you. I want you not to need me, most importantly. So why would you be here? So I show you the way. Go create something so good, better than this one, better than this. So good, I, George, NJAU, NGA, will be begging to be let in that thing. But don't bring pettiness here. Don't bring your nonsense here. Don't bring your immaturity here. Don't bring that feminine energy of your single mother here. Don't bring the mannerlessness of fatherlessness here. I am the ulimwengu now. Usiyefunzwa na mamae hukutana na ASKIQ Watson. What are we doing here? Malik K. Jack is saying, no, I'm not a Kalenjin, though we are very close to Kalenjins. I have Luya, Masai, and Ukuyu genes in me. Welcome to Switzerland. I know you have wanted to give me a story about your son who is of that country. We have never had a chance. I would want to hear that story one time when you have given yourself enough freedom to speak freely. Mr. Jack Siansei. I think your name is something like Sansei or Siansei. Ah, that's where the Maasai aspect of it is in that name. I got it now. John Mwaura is a member of this group. High IQ. When you talk of Kikuyu single women, you insist on the ones with sons. Is there a difference if the child is a girl? Do you have a testimony? Have you made a single mother and the child is a Kikuyu? Speak for yourself, Ifu. Speak for yourself, Ifu. Hey, Ahoy, a member of this group. Thank you so much. Bro, I'm very predictable. What you see is what you get. There's no fakeness here. There is no fakeness here. There is no fakeness here. Everything I say is very premeditated. When I read your comments here and respond instantaneously, it's because I have the freedom to do that. Don't try that with Mwakideo. Don't try that with the guy who was interviewing Kibe and got in trouble, whatever his name is. There's no real conversations coming out of those places. There's so many compromises there. There is a whole lineup in the back of your head. So many noises. If I say this one here is going to be offended, but this one is going to be okay with it. But there's so much allegiance with this one. It is not fair to please this one and offend this one. So I'm going to stay here in this neutral weakness and just please everybody. Go please yourself. Go please yourself. Ofweneke. He tries so hard to be no more. He tries so hard to relate with a regular person. He tries so hard. I was watching right now before I started the show. I was watching a little clip of a woman from the coast who is talking about sex, like Kibe. I want to show you how much he tries to relate with a regular person. This woman is talking about sex like a female Kibe. He is scared of hearing what the woman is saying. He's not scared for himself. He's scared of the people that have compromised him in his life. There's something I give Jagero credit for. Follow me slowly here. Jagero gives himself permission to enjoy extreme sexual conversations from female Kibes. There is a Luo woman who comes there and she is a female version of Kibe. Talks about sex like she's talking about swimming in a river. Jagero enjoys those conversations for what they are. Long time ago, he used to be very stiff. You could not even tell whether he's breathing or it's a still image. The same Jagero. He used to be stiff like this. Because he is wondering, these things are being said here, they are too extreme, and I'm so compromised. If I even show any emotion, I'm going to damage my name with the corporate, with the wife, with whoever. And at some point, I don't know what happened. She invited Kibe, and Kibe put some energy in him, and he all of a sudden, he started becoming animated. I was like, is this the same Jagero that used to be like this? Now he enjoys those conversations like crazy. You think I'm kidding? Go watch his old stuff. Then watch his latest stuff. With the same female Kibe. That woman with the fake hair on her head, glued on her skull. She is a female Kibe. Talks about sex. As if she's talking about fishing at River Madhyoya. At first, Jagero was like, if I breathe, they are going to blame me for enjoying these conversations about sex. So I'm going to stay like this. You would even fast forward the video. It's like, is it still? Why is the woman speaking but Jagero is still? And then Kibe went there one time. I don't know what kind of energy he brought to him. And actually, Kibe said it literally, I am here to give you some masculine energy. And from that point on, that guy met Jesus Kibe. And from that point on, I think they went home and had a conversation with the wife, because I think he thought he was in trouble for enjoying a conversation with Kibe. So he went and double-checked with the wife. And the wife was saying, what are you talking about? I enjoyed it. I like that version of you. Go out there and enjoy that crazy world. And from that point, he was like, oh yeah, so I've been given permission to enjoy craziness. From that point on, Jagero is the happiest guy ever. He laughs at that Luo woman, that female Kibe woman, when she's talking about extreme nasty stuff about sex. She loves it. I mean, he loves it. He is laughing like a little boy. The same guy who was stiff like this. I am not sure what my wife is going to think if I show any emotions of enjoying what the conversation is going on here. So I'm just going to stand here and stare at the camera. I hope corporate Kenya does not cancel me for enjoying this conversation. And then he went home one day and the wife said, come on, that was the best podcast ever. Invite him more often. He was like, oh my goodness. Now I can breathe. Jagero is the best humorous person that enjoys his own content more than the people who bring the energy to him. The Kibe effect, somebody said it. I think I saw it somewhere. Yes, the Kibe effect. This is the social club. What was the conversation? Jagero is something else, bro. I listen to everything. Even those ones when he used to be stiff. I used to listen to all of them. All of them. All of them. He's a very interesting character. I went to a fancy restaurant one time in December in Karen. I had some 3 college girls. I had gone to entertain them there. What is the name of that place? I cannot remember. It's a very, very, very fancy place. There is nothing but Europeans and Americans there. And they sell art. They advertise pieces of art like this one here on the walls, strategically positioned around the restaurant. Those arts go for 125,000 Kenya shillings inside that restaurant. And in December, I was there with some 3 girls, and on another table behind me where I couldn't see, I kept hearing somebody laughing like Jagero. So I looked up his photo and I asked the waiter, you see this person? Can you go check if it's them that is on that other table? It was not him. But that contagious laugh was evident from that other table. That is how much animated he has become ever since he met Jesus Christ of Kenya, Andrew Kibe. Man. But Jagero, yes, Jagero is very good energy. But so now I know what I was saying. Of Weneke, there is a clip somewhere circulating on X of this woman speaking like a female Kibe. And you can see of Weneke running the entire of his future. Is corporate Kenya going to cancel me? They just almost canceled me because of this 60-40 simple boy. Now I don't know what to do with this woman speaking about sex. Now I have to be in my best behavior. You can see him restricting himself from enjoying the openness of this Costarian woman because he does not own his life. Other people own his life on his behalf. And he has to continually seek permission to live the moments. Scary place. Scary state of mind. Scary state of mind. And the people he is worried about, this is the tragedy of it. The people he is being careful because he worries about them. Those people do not worry about him in return. It's a prison he has created in his Kavesa. An otherwise very smart guy who knows how to interview people. An otherwise very talented guy who knows how to character map the people in front of him. But the compromises of the people in his head, they cannot allow him to be in the moment. If I get to that point, John Waura, what had you said earlier to connect with what you're saying right now? When you talk of Kikuyu single women, you insist on the ones with sons. Is there a difference if the child is a girl and now you're following it up with? They are too many to ignore. I have 4 in my extended family. Bro, watch and learn. Watch and learn. Watch and learn the dynamics. There's this thing that Kikuyu say, but you have the opportunity now to learn from their example so that you know the problems and the mistakes to avoid. That is why they are there. That's what they are good for. Don't read beyond that. Hii maisha ni yako, peke yako. Duke of Kiev, weak men like Dr. Ofweneke are creating hard times. And the reset is happening on spaces like this one to make the man strong so that humanity can survive. I think those people are too far gone. Well, we just came from demonstrating that Jagero saved himself by injecting some of Kibe effect energy. Ofweneke had the chance to do that, and he missed the boat when he deleted the video. He showed his weakness. He demonstrated to the pursuers, the evildoers, that he is vulnerable, that he is manipulatable, that he is compromisable, and those fuckers will never stop chasing him as long as he's running away. It's a win for them because in the moment where you were supposed to define yourself, you took off running. This little remedy of this pettiness of going to take shopping to Simple Boy, silly, silly, silly shit, useless. That is doubling down on a weakness. You have no spine, Ofweneke. You have no spine. That is a very silly move. We saw that silly move from one of the associate justices at the Supreme Court of Kenya. Long time ago, there was this woman justice that was full of herself. She went to a mall, and when a woman security guy wanted to check her at the entrance, she turned on that woman. She could not respect responsibilities of the security at the mall and the people in security uniform that whose job are to check on everybody regardless of who they are. One of the male security, if I'm not confusing that incident with the side chick of President Moi Kibaki, a similar incident happened. Wambui. In one of those incidents, the male security guy removed and brandished a weapon, whether it was the Supreme Court associate judge or President Kibaki's side chick. In one of those incidents, the situations were the same. They did not want to go through security. In the case of the Supreme Court Justice, we see her when she is at the brink of losing her job, going to the security woman's ghetto to apologize with some silly shopping. The same mistake that Ofweneke just repeated. Stupid shit. Barasa. Nancy Barasa. Yes. Thank you so much, Duke of Kiev. And who else? And Sheki Kitongu. Yes. She disrespected the authority and the responsibility and the duties of a security person at the mall. And whether it is that situation where the male security person brandished a weapon, or a different scenario of the same magnitude with the side chick of President Kibaki, where a male security guy brandished a weapon. And then we see them trying to remedy the situation by doing shopping for the security woman in her ghetto. Say a move, Dr. Ofweneke. Shame on you. Grow a pair. I know you have a big dick as a lawyer, but the boss are wanting. The boss are wanting. Umbwa. Why are we here again? Ikahawa imeisha. Zitaanza kushuka. Mimi sio wenu. Yes. Mutugi Anthony. Nancy Barasa said, you should know people. Well, she was kicked out of the Supreme Court. Some of you are too young to remember that incident. And then Lucy Kibaki, not Lucy Kibaki, Wamboi, Mary Wamboi, the side chick to the president, a similar incident happened. I mean, Baraza is a lawyer. Ofweneke, how come you did not learn from that incident to not make two mistakes twice? I have a very popular video in one of my drive-bys. I said, never apologize, especially if you're wrong. Never. Apologizing is a moment of weakness. And I know it's counterintuitive, but from my point of view, everything I say is premeditated. I have said multiple times, you're not going to catch it for the upteenth time. I'm going to repeat it right now. I don't want to be accused of saying ridiculous things. I want to be guilty of having said those things because I mean everything I say. Everything I say is premeditated. What I just said right now, and it rubbed you the wrong way, premeditated. Don't accuse me of saying ridiculous things. I want to be guilty of saying them. Bring that conversation here, and I'll prove you how much I believe in what I just said. That is the problem of Weneke. In the moment of reckoning, that is when you should have cemented your stand, your frame, what you stand for. Because the rest of the stuff you said at the very end of your podcast, they were very, 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 very powerful. You said you may disagree with Kibe with a lot of things, but in one thing you agree with Kibe. That one thing you start together with Kibe is in the support of the boy child. You knew you were dog whistling to the people who oppose, number one, Kibe, just for being Kibe, and number two, the masculine messaging. You knew you were going against those threads when your final submission was that. Why would you swallow back your words? You never meant what you said. Were you saying it to please Kibe? Or did you actually mean what you said? Because that was a very powerful submission. It showed at the moment that you knew what you were faced you are facing against, and you knew what your stand was, when in this thing, what I said earlier, that you try so much to relate to the regular person. So you gave that submission, very powerful one, that you're always going to support, you are always going to be on the side of the boy child. And then when the lynch mob came after you, you forgot what you said. Lawyer, big dick and all, but no balls, bro. ¿Dónde estás tu huevos, primo? ¿Por qué tu huevos muy chiquito? Pinche cabrón. Mutungi Anthony, what happened to opinions of the guest are not opinions of the show? The blah, 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 blah. Should that disclaimer cover him from corporate evil? But he is mischievous. He is mischievous. His heart is not in the right place. The spine is not there. So these beautiful things he said at the very end, turns out he never meant them, because he should have stood by his word. How little do you know about the psychology of women to know that when women fail to change you in this thing called shit testing, when they cannot sway you, when they cannot change you, they are forced to respect you. Women respect women. Women respect men they cannot manipulate. How didn't you know that? Once a woman fails to manipulate you, once you pass the shit testing, a woman has no other option other than to respect you. But the moment you fail the shit testing, the moment you are manipulatable, the moment you are exploitable, the respect is gone. And now they are going to chase you because you are running. You little dog, you little chihuahua. Big mistake. That message you have, that product, whatever you call it, somebody mentioned it so for context. Something about 30, something about men. There's something there that you're trying to package. A message, a very good product, whatever you are calling it. But it requires you to be in your frame. It requires you to pass the shit testing of the feminist. It requires you to put everything in the line, because freedom is not free. Lessons at 30. That's a very powerful message. That's a very powerful product. But not from a feeble little guy that runs at the mention of a rumor. No. No, bro. No. That's not how this world works. These people are innately evil. They have no product of themselves whatsoever. Their whole messaging is to distort the messaging that you are trying to craft with the lessons at 30. Thank you so much, Duke and the Social Club. How you don't know that? Before you formulate lessons at 30, to know that preemptively there is a whole swath of a population of feminists and many haters that will come after you. How are you not ready for that? Come on. Do you know how easy women distort messages? Do you know how easy women willy-nilly distort messages? I'll show you an example. Gen Z, don't let my generation lie to you that you're the Tell me, what is this nonsense? And see how casually that message is packaged to sound indisputable. If I had not said what I have said, and I just played that message in abstract, you would see nothing wrong with it. But watch this.
Immoral. Don't do it. See, don't let my generation lie to you that you're the most immoral. Don't do it. Because me as a millennial, I remember going for Masaku 7s, and then remember how the week after Masaku 7s, all the chemists in So Yet to Beauty snapped and sent me the entire lip range. Nairobi didn't have Postino. P2.
This is the message.
So I'm talking to girls aged between 20 and 40. If that's not you, scroll away. Okay, they've gone. If you're watching this, I want you to take it from an older woman. Let 2026 be the year that you are absolutely and almost militantly like jealous about your boundaries. Choose yourself, babes. When you look at how men move, a man will always make sure he's okay first before he starts caring about other people. And I'm talking about
if I don't say what I'm about to say right now, you will see nothing wrong with what she is saying. The message here to women between the age of 20 and 40 is men put themselves first. Tell me right now, show me a man in your life that has ever put themselves first. Where is that man? Where is that man that has ever put themselves first? Men are walking with torn socks, torn underwears to make sure that the woman and the children are provided for. Where is that man that you know that put themselves first? It has to be the message now we are preaching to the young men to put themselves first because they have been swindled their effort to put everybody else first. But naturally, men put other people first. Men put other people's interest first before their own. But this woman is teaching young women from the age of 20 to 40, in her own words, to put themselves first because men put themselves first. Which men? Which men do you know that put themselves first?
So I'm talking to girls aged between 20 and 40. If that's not you, scroll away. Okay, they've gone. If you're watching this, I want you to take it from an older woman. Let 2026 be the year that you are absolutely and almost militantly like jealous about your boundaries. Choose yourself, babes. When you look at how men move, a man will always make sure he's okay first before he starts caring about other people. And I'm talking about good men. I'm not talking about the demons that roam the earth right now like a pestilence. No. I'm talking about actual good men. Even good men. Even my father, God rest his soul. What I noticed is that he would make sure he was okay before he took care of us. And so that's what I wish for young women right now. Because we have been socialized in a really harmful way that for us to be considered good women, good wives, good mothers, good daughters, good women in any way, that we have to abandon ourselves and put the needs of someone else first. Fuck that, babes. 2026, put yourself first. And be militant. Be almost like a terrorist about putting yourself first. I love you.
Objectively. Forget about who the character is. Stick on the message. Show me a man you have ever known that has put themselves first as opposed to putting women and children first, as opposed to putting family first, as opposed to putting the interests of other people first. Which one? That man does not exist. I am playing that tape to show you how deceiving, naturally deceiving, these women package these messages. That the idea of a man putting themselves first is not even for discussion. It's a foregone conclusion. And then they package this psyop to poison younger women. A rotten potato. This one. A rotten potato. At the age of 44. Making sure that all other farm flesh potatoes in the same sack are going to be as rotten as she is, with a straight face, gray hair and all. It sounds so noble. Right now, the discussion is not about how evil that message is portrayed. Right now in your head, why am I questioning that message? Because it's a foregone conclusion. Oh yeah, by the way, men put themselves first. Which man? Which man is not to put themselves first? Seriously? Seriously? Which man has ever put themselves first? We never know that man. Ever, 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 ever. Ever. But when this character comes and distort the message with a straight face, it becomes the rule. A rotten potato in the middle of a gunia full of fresh farm potatoes. And her job is to poison and make sure that all those other potatoes are going to be as rotten as she is, with a straight face. How did you not know that, Ofweneke? That these are the people who are going to come after you. She did come after you. She did come after you. How did you not know that you standing for the boy child, you are inviting these crazes? How can you not know that bringing the voice of reason in the context of Kibe standing for the man, they are going to find something to negate about anything Kibe say. Kibe could have come there and sing the hymns from the golden bells, praising Jesus, the savior of the black man. And they would say, Kibe is spreading the gospel in social media. That is the reason we are canceling you. How did you not know that? Come on. Come on. Come on. What is that verse of the Bible I quoted when I was talking to Professor? I'll find it. I will find that Bible verse. It's in Proverbs. A wicked man runs at the mention. It's right here. Proverbs 28. Proverbs 28. Mr. African Christian. The wicked flee when no one is pursuing them, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. The full context of it says, they stand fast because justice is what they are trying to pursue. There is a little Sunday school song when I was a little boy that we used to sing of Proverbs 28. Modu mwagana mora huhu kura oraga igwa muhuhu. Wana gutari modu ra moigata kura oraga igwa muhuhu. No mumadu no kwihanda o magereria ta mwana wa gatia kihoto nikyo keragia guthingata. Justice is what he is trying to pursue. So when the ranch mob comes after him, he does not run away like a wicked little bitch. He starts fast, like a lion's cub. Bring it on, bitches. Duke of Kiev, he feared to roar the same road Shafi rode, but Shafi conquered by standing with his grounds. How many women have gone the way of the woman in the context of Shafiwero's story? How many? Did they stop because they crucified Shafi? How can you not know that they are going to come for you when you stand on the side of the boy child? How can you not know? You said it in your very beautiful submission. Ozark Black. What were showbiz who are very crazy, damaged people, hence they like damaging others. They run with the trades and woke ideas and get paid by NGOs to spread ideas that break family values. Be keen, observe. Those are the same people that are propagating castrating men's balls. What do they call it in the beautiful term? What is the name of castrating men's balls in the 21st century? What is that name? Vasectomy. Thank you, Duke of Kiev, and Kevin, and Kevin Maina, a different Kevin, and Tech Savannah, and Shop Chogo, and Ozark. Vasectomy. Vasectomy. Bro, you don't want me to get started with the story about vasectomy. Let me read the comments. You don't want me to get started with the story of the vasectomy. I'm trying to be nice. What time is it? 1:33. Do I have time? George trying to be nice. In which world? In which world is George trying to be nice? In which world? Stop lying, George. You have no ability to be nice. My name is George. There is James, there is Peter, and there is John. There is 4 of us. And there is the prospector's woman. She is not sure which man she wants to pick. But Peter, James, and John, they say they have undergone vasectomy. That woman is not interested in a man that is castrated. Generally. We are going to go to the man in the family that is made to do vasectomy. The Kabahanyes and the Ganovias and that big baby on Sautiso. What is his name? That big giant lawyer baby. Let's stay here. Regular humans. You line up 4 men, and there is a gorgeous young woman. Let's call her why am I biting my tongue? What is happening here? I'm looking for a name for that woman. I will find it. Give me a minute. I will find that woman. This one here. Let's say that is the woman. Meaning I did not mention any names. Let's say that is the woman. And she has George, James, John, and Peter. And then in the course of the interaction, she realized that all of these people except George have undergone vasectomy. She has no interest to lay with a man who has no balls. Generally. Ask any woman in your circle in a regular conversation, would you sleep with a man who has undergone vasectomy? The answer is going to be 100% no. Generally. Okay? Do that experiment, bring the results to me. Now, who is doing vasectomy? It's a married man. Whose idea is it? It's the wife's idea. Why is she bringing the idea of the husband cutting his balls? 100% of the excuse, I'm telling you real stories. Me, I don't do hypothesis. I have lived long enough to know these stories. The number one reason wives convince their husbands to cut their balls is because they, the wives, are tired of taking birth control pills or no plants or the ring, whatever. They are tired of all these methods of contraceptives. We have already had the children we want. The case in my head right now is 3 children. We have had all the kids we want. So I don't want to spend the rest of my fertile years taking birth control methods. You should get vasectomy. That is the conversation happening 100% of the time. Whether it's gonorrhea, what is the name of that big baby? Bien. Whether it's gonorrhea, whether it's bien, thank you, Ozak. Whether it's the kabahanye. Because those 3 people were used to push the agenda of vasectomy in Kenya. The person I'm thinking about is already in his $500 million in net worth. The person I'm thinking about right now, he's almost $500 million in net worth with a B. The moment that that child was born, the wife pushed the idea. These birth control means are very harmful. We have had all the children we want, 3 of them. 2 children, they were looking for a boy. That's why the number 3 kid was put in the equation. Otherwise, she would not have done it. If it was a girl and a boy or a boy and a girl, that would have been the end of it. But the guy persisted for a 3rd child. It was a boy. Immediately, 1 week after that woman gave birth, that guy was pushed to cut the balls. That is 100% the reason they give. That the contraceptives are so harmful and they already had the children they want. So now you need to take the initiative and you do the vasectomy so that we can have unprotected sex inside of the house, inside of the marriage. The same marriage where sex is the same is the first thing that dies. You really want to tell me that sex is going to come back to life because the guy cut his balls? It is not. So now I will tell you why they are doing this. The only reason the woman is selling the idea of the husband to cut his balls in this fancy term called vasectomy is because she does not want him to have another woman out there And that is not the problem. That is not the problem. Because this man can have women out there all the time. So why? What is the issue with vasectomy? Vasectomy is not going to stop a man from cheating, if you want to call that cheating. Poor people cheat. People with resources exercise their option. If you want to call that cheating, vasectomy is not going to change that. So what is it really about? Women do not have a problem with their men having other women. Women have a problem with other women sharing the resources of their men outside of the marriage. The reason I added the term outside of the marriage is to accommodate hypergamy. Because women who are in a hypergamous relationship, not hypergamy, polygamy. In a polygamous relationship, they have no problem that woman being brought at home. Women have no problem with men having other women outside of the marriage. They have a problem with women sharing the resources of her man outside of a marriage. That is why women do not have a problem with polygamy, because that woman is brought to the home. The resources are not being shared out there. The resources are inside the ecosystem of the polygamous relationship the man has created. None of the women in the lineup have a problem with that. Women have a problem with a woman out there sharing the resources of the husband outside of the relationship. Here comes vasectomy. Vasectomy is not meant for a man to stop cheating. Vasectomy is to ensure that the resources of the man are not going to be expanded by the possibility of a man having a child with another woman. Because that is the surest way, enforceable by state and government and authority, to share the resources of the man. If there's a child in the equation, then the state, the government, can force the man to share the resources. That is what the wife is protecting from happening. The only way to make sure that this man does not have children out there is to convince him to cut his balls. Because she wants the resources intact and divided, so that when she takes him to the cleaners, not if, when she takes him to the divorce court, she will get the biggest share from the man, and there will be no children out there who are entitled to subdivide the loot. That is why they propagate cutting the balls. That's it. A man who has gone through vasectomy does not stop cheating. That was not the problem. The problem is the wife does not want that guy to have children with another man, with another woman out there, and then the resources are divided through the child. Women do not have a problem with a man having another woman. They have a problem with that woman sharing her resources that she believes are theirs, that belong to the man. So in the face of it, the guy is like, oh, by the way, I can have sex every night. You are not going to get sex every night. You are a married man. Married men don't get sex at home. You are still going to cheat. You are still going to subscribe to OnlyFans. The only thing she's doing is to protect your resources from being shared by another woman through the possibility of you siring another child with another woman, because that is the only enforceable subdivision of your resources through the state and government. That is what she's protecting. But the modern man is too weak to decipher that. So I'm not going to talk about it. ASKIQ. The propaganda that is out there is wild. In 2 mainstream media shows, the vasectomy story was aired in relationship shows, and the men sat there and listened, Mayagai, just laughing like fools. As opposed to what? Weakest man is the modern man. He has no voice. The reason you are listening to this madness because you have never heard it anywhere else. Men don't talk like this. The reason you want me to talk like your father is because you want me to shut up, because your father has shut up. Not because your father says something different. Your father has no voice. You want me to not have voice. But I'm doing your father a favor. I don't want your father to speak like me. Now I've given him permission to speak like himself, and I've given myself permission to not speak like your father. You don't want that game. You don't want that share, because that was not the intention. The intention was to shut me down. It shall is the legal term. Never happened. What is this new human being saying here? Coming to project your iniquities on me. Mimi sio wenu. Mimi hapana wenu. Peleka hiyo ujinga yako huko kwa mama yako bwana. Sorry for the late reply. My work is in the... This is Malik, the Switzerland guy. My work in the field has been quite damaging lately, but I'll definitely make time for our conversation. This is in relationship to your dynamics with your son, with a woman in the Switzerland. For him, shower. ASKIQ, betterization through 1,000 concessions. I have a song for that. It's called Service or Servitude. What is the name of that song? Service or Servitude? What is the name of that song? I'm still learning how to use Spotify. Very new to it. I have been an Apple Music kind of a guy for the longest time. I don't know how to use this thing, even though it's the one making me the most money. What is the title of that thing? A good man. Service or sovereignty. My goodness, this guy already knew what I was saying. Wilson Kiarie, thank you so much, man. You give me life. You give me my life, my friend. You give me life.
Ask a woman what a good man is, and watch her describe a servant. She'll say a good man provides, protects, pays the bills, plans the life, listens to the storm. Be patient when I'm chaos. Support my dreams. She lists what he must do, but she never says what she brings to the table. Listen up, young man. My name is ASKIQ Watson, and I'm the guy you come to when where you've been to has made you to come to. I tell you what you need to hear in a way you don't want to hear, but you have to hear. When she only talks about what he owes her, and never what she owes the relationship, she's not describing love. She's describing a service. Expectations without reciprocity don't birth love. They birth entitlement dressed in heels, when the only question is, what do you owe me? You're not building a kingdom, you're a servant with a ring. A man with no boundaries ain't good, he's convenient, he's the doormat she wipes her moods on. Society conditions you to be her emotional tampon and just handle it. They call that softness, I call it erasure. I call it betitization through 1,000 concessions. You are slowly being conditioned to fit that mold of good man, and into a process of suppressing, diminishing, or completely sidelining your own identity, needs, emotions, desires, opinions, or sense of self. In order to preserve a relationship, avoid conflict, or keep in the peace, again, betitization through 1,000 concessions. Kinuthia! A king without borders is just a slave with better lighting. Real companionship is exchange. He brings provision, protection, presence. She brings respect like oxygen. She brings desire that don't need prompting, loyalty that don't flinch, honor, respect, submission, obedience, and she followed your direction. Without that current, the river dries. The gravy train comes to a glitching halt. If he provides everything, but she offers appreciation on her terms, that ain't romance, bro. That's extraction with candles. The right woman don't describe a tool. She describes a man, his spine, his discipline, his laugh in the dark, the way he leads without apology. She wants to build beside him, not just benefit from him. She sees his character and says, I'll match it. Not make him perform like a circus monkey. If you keep pouring without standards, you won't be loved. You'll be used and discarded when the utility expires. So hold the frame, speak your needs without shame. Respect, peace, loyalty, hunger, appreciation. If you keep giving without standards, without her reciprocating, you won't be loved. You'll be used. You'll be used.
You heard it here first. Somebody is asking, what is the end goal for making men weak? This is Tech Savannah. What is the end goal for making men weak? Considering society needs strong men to progress and advance in all aspects that make the world a better place to live. There's a Swahili saying that says, Hasidi hana sababu. Hasidi hana sababu. A mischievous person has no reason why they are mischievous. Women have no reason why they are so destructive. Women have no game plan as to what they are going to do when they emasculate the man. Women have no game plan of what they are going to do when they get the power away from the man. Hasidi hana sababu. Remember, a woman cannot be accountable. They don't care. Nobody's going to hold them to account. They just want to see things go kaboom. There is no real reason. Look at South Africa. What has the woman gained by emasculating the man and weakening the boy child? If anything, those weak boys have become a danger to them. South Africa is the rape capital of the world. I don't know why people are scared of saying the word rape on YouTube. South Africa is the rape capital of the world. Why? Because the woman emasculated the man and raised the boy as a weak, dangerous being. That boy, when he became an adult and moved into the real world, like the ones we have in Kenya, they realized that the mother stole something from them by turning them against their father. Now they are misfits. They are not men. and they are not women. That anger, that frustration, they turn it back on the mothers. When they are raping a woman, they are essentially raping their mothers. They are committing a heinous crime of the person who made them. That weak person. Hasidi hana sababu. In America, majority of the people who pick up a gun and go kill children, number one, they kill the mother figure at home. They shoot dead the mother figure at home because that mother figure is the one who denied them a better childhood. And then they go kill innocent children because they are killing that which they never enjoyed. Who did all this damage? The woman. Why? Hasidi Hanasab here is lying to younger women that they should put themselves first because men put themselves first. There is no end game other than to share in her misery of the ruthlessness that is her real life now. 44, undesirable, childless, fatherless, husbandless. No real game plan of how she's going to spend the next 40 years of her life, because she can live it to be 84. 40 years of her life without a man. That frustration now, she has to turn a whole swath of innocent young girls to share in her misery. Hasidi hana sababu. In closing, if I may explain that to you in better words, I hope I do. I hope I do. It's a very long history. Some of you may not even relate to it. It requires a little bit activation of the brain. But here is the genesis of it. I'll find it. I know I have it. There's somebody else said something here before I finish. Shoot, I only have 2 minutes to go. I will find it. I know I have it. I have it. So let me read this other statement and then I'll add that with it. Cray the Dawn saying, yo, I saw this clip last year, never knowing who it came from. Months later, I'm here, explain that. Are you talking about the one I just said about the thing I just read about service or sovereignty? Yeah, that was from me, bro. But here is what I want to say. Somebody is texting me here. Hasidi hana sababu. There goes my alarm. Somebody right now in real time sending me something that looks like they are creating a song in support of what I'm saying. Verse 1, Hasidi hana sababu, Hasidi hana sababu, moyo wake umejaa wivu, anacheka mbele ya watu, nyumbani analeta huzuni, anamdharau mume wake, maneno kama mishale. Heshima ikipotea, mapenzi nayo hufifia. Chorus, Hasidi hana sababu, moyo wake hauna mpaka. Moto wake hauna mpaka. Akidharau anayempenda, mwisho hubaki na majuto. hasidi hana sababu, wivu haujengi familia. Heshima ndiyo msingi, ndiyo guzo na mapenzi. Verse 2, nguvu si kumshusha mwenzako, nguvu ni kuinua mliopendana. Mke na mume wakiheshimiana, nyumba husimama kama mwamba. Lakini dharau ikitawala, furaha huondoka kimya kimya. Outro. Hasidi hana sababu, wivu haulipi kamwe. Heshima ndiyo utajiri, ndiyo siri ya familia yenye amani. Thank you so much, whoever you are. This is a very brand new person. I've never talked to them. Their name is Kiki. All right, I'll put this on pause. Is the other pause. Do not disturb, so that I can play what I want to play now, to make the point that this nature of the woman is self-destructive. Modern woman, plague of her own making. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for staying up with me. Thank you for listening to my madness. I hope just one little thing has shifted to the positive direction of you being more self-aware. As we close, this is the history from the 17th century. How many times women have shot themselves in the foot. In 1712, there was a plague called the Black Plague that mainly killed black men, and there was shortage of men at the time. It was nothing to do with the woman. Women could not have anybody to marry because of the Black Plague that eradicated men. Then there was a civil war in the 18th century, in 1812, 1816 in America, that wiped up men of marriage age in the South, in this country. And women could not get men to marry them. But this new wave of the modern woman, it is her own doing. I'm giving you the history of it so that you can probably understand. It's very concentrated. It's a very it carries from a lot of history from the past. But here it is. Modern woman, plague of her own making.
Look around.
Thank you.
In the 1400s, after the Black Death gutted Europe, half the men gone. Women weren't choosing solitude. They were victims. Plague took the husbands. The fathers, the sons, 20–30% of them. Widows, spinsters faced the dark, with no hand to hold, no child to bury them. After the Civil War, same 15–25% of the modern woman.
Let's listen to this one.
Plague of her own making. Look around. In the 1400s, after the Black Death gutted Europe, half the men gone. Women weren't choosing solitude. They were victims. Plague took the husbands. The fathers, the sons, 20–30% of them. Widows, spinsters, faced the dark. With no hand to hold, no child to bury them after the Civil War. Same 15–25% of Southern women stared at empty chairs, men blown apart on battlefields. No weddings, no babies, just silence. Japan, 1945, 35–40% of women in their prime. Widows of war, orphans of bombs, left to scrape by. But today, the modern woman isn't a victim of war. She isn't a victim of plague. She is the plague. She bought into the narrative. packaged, polished, sold by feminists. You don't need a man, you don't need kids, you're enough. She swallowed it whole, hook, line, and sinker. And 30% of us under 40, single, childless, proud, cheer her on like it's liberation. In 20 years, in 40, she'll wake up at 55 alone. No husband to argue with over bills. No daughter to call on Sunday. No son to fix the roof. No one to drive her to chemo. No grandkids to spoil. No voices in the house, but her own little echo. She won't be a grandmother. She'll be the Catwoman. Hair in a bun, 15 strays on the couch, talking to them like they care. The nuclear family, that quiet engine that kept civilizations running, she torched it. Pensions collapse, hospitals empty, schools close, and she, strong, independent, liberated, will face the mirror at 80 and realize the support she rejected wasn't patriarchy. It was life. The kids she skipped, they were her future. The man she passed on, he was her backup. And now it's just her. Now it's just her! Now it's just her! And the silence she invited! This isn't freedom! This is self-inflicted exile! And she's the one holding the torch while the world burns down around her.
Modern woman, plague of her own making. I thought I had it on my Spotify. It looks like I don't. I will put it there. Modern woman, plague of her own making. That's where we are, bro. All right, my alarm is telling me it's time to go. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for being here one more time. Thank you for subscribing to this madness. I promise to bring you more of it. I promise to speak freely with extreme prejudice, because that is the only thing that is lacking in the society. You can get fakeness from Ganodia any time of the day, or from Erika Amodi. But when you need your brains to be jolted with a zinger of honesty and bluntness and truth, I am your guy.